Hey, Tiger Rock Lawrenceville, Senior Master Moss Diller here to talk to you about the upcoming changes as we head back into school, as things continue to be topsy-turvy in 2020. What are we doing and how are we moving forward? So we are going to start, we finally have got an opportunity first and foremost to actually begin going back to regular classes, sort of. So this is how we are going to start doing things. First of all, Tuesday, Thursday is going to be the same as it has been in the evenings. We're going to have the socially distanced classes that you're signing up for, making sure you reserve your spot online and so on. Those classes are 10 feet apart, each station, so you'll be in your stations, etc. All of that is going to be the same as it has been for the last several months. In addition, if I get enough responses and people, you will need to text me, message me, talk to me in person, email me, whatever. If you want me to keep the Monday through Thursday 11:30 Tiger Cubs class and 12:15 rest of the students 12:15 class, I will gladly keep those classes provided I'm going to have students taking those classes. From what I've been told, starting August 12th when school starts back virtually, the kids are going to actually be stuck in front of their computer for a lengthy time period and would not be able to make those classes. I haven't confirmed that, I'm not sure, so I need your feedback on that as to whether you plan on taking advantage of that class. Now, in addition, all of the classes that we do, I will still put up on Zoom, so you can still follow along from home. In addition, I will still have the Google Classroom up with those videos on it, and I will still put out online lessons on Monday and Thursday that you can send to show me that you are practicing and get additional class credits. So that's going to remain the same. There is one major change, and that is that we can finally get an opportunity to get back to some normal classes as well. Regularly, floor drills, sparring, ECAS, and so on, dodgeball at the end of class, etc. So what we're going to do is we are going to do regular classes on Mondays and Wednesdays. Regular classes on Mondays and Wednesdays. Now, the requirement for that to happen is you will have to be wearing a special mask. Now, the mask that you will be required to have, and you will not wear it the entire class. So for example, we're going to have some places where we're distanced from each other and it's not needed. You will wear it when we are requiring moments where we use partners or we're going to be close interaction. That's when you will wear the mask. It'll basically be in your gear bag. You'll treat it as gear. So in the past you've heard me say, okay, put your bag gloves on, put your pads on, put your elbow pads on, whatever. It's going to be put your mask on. So that's going to be the setup that we have going. But with that in mind, the mask that you have to get, it's up to you, but it will need to look similar to this. Now, Tiger Rock has created a mask. They are for sale here or whatever if you want me to order you one. It's got to have the carbon filters that are in it. You can get multiple filters, exchange it, etc. It's got to be that neoprene material that's washable. But most importantly, it's got to be one that straps in the back. It cannot be one that simply hangs on the ears. Now, if you go on Amazon, like I said, you're not required to buy one specifically from Tiger Rock. If you go on Amazon, you can look at all sorts of things with face mask, anti-pollution mask, etc. Nike makes them, Adidas makes them, Reebok makes them. There's a ton of different companies that make those. So you are welcome to get those off of something out of somewhere else, whatever, that's fine. But make sure that it straps in the back. The one that Tiger Rock has is like this. So make sure that you have that strapping in the back. In addition, just for safety purposes, this is going to be strange, and I have to admit I will have to get used to this. But on Mondays and Wednesdays, we will actually reduce the yelling, especially when we're partnered off. So we're doing, even though we'll be wearing our mask, if we are doing one steps, we will not yell at the end of those one steps. Just because of that whole yelling thing and the water droplets thing, etc. So we will make that something that kind of goes away for a little while, at least on Mondays and Wednesdays it will, when we're not distanced, in moments that we're not distanced. So that's going to be coming up. But finally, at least, we can get back twice a week, we can get back to regular, normal classes for the most part. Now, the other thing that's going to be done is, when you are in class, if we do partner drills where you are close to each other, you'll have that same partner the entire day for any partner drills. So if you partner off for holding targets and you're holding targets for each other, you'll also partner off with that same person for one steps, and also with ECAS, and also with sparring or whatever. So that'll happen. In addition, most of the time, not every single time, but a majority of the time, we will pair, if they match well, we will pair siblings with one another. So for example, David and Daniel Kishin, obviously they are equal matches for each other. It makes sense, and they're in the same household, so obviously they're not going to be getting each other sick, or they would have already, per se. Now, on the other end of that, if it's a clear mismatch, per se, then no, I would not do that. So if it was always Daniel and Jonathan Kishin, that's a little bit of a different different mismatch on that. So I probably would pair that more realistic with somebody matching in size, matching in height, and so on. So those types of things will come into play, but we will try to kind of match that accordingly for the most part. I'm excited that we finally get a chance to get back to normal. We're going to have our first normal class on Wednesday, August 12th, which is when kids go back to school, be it virtually, whatever, but that's when we're going to start that. We've got our testing going on this week. Monday will be as it has been, Tuesday will be as it has been, and then Wednesday we'll start that new way. If you need a mask from me, let me know. I have ordered some. We will be getting those in, or like I said, you can order those off of Amazon. That'll be fine as well. But I am getting masks in here that are Tiger Rock masks. If you want one of those, that is fine. Also, if you are finally returning back to class and you've been on Zoom, remember, we got to order your mat socks or mat shoes. You got to make sure that you choose those. Those need to be part of your gear, so to speak, now, part of your uniform, and that'll be coming into play as well. I'm looking forward to things getting back to normal during our tactical cycle, and I will see you soon on the mats.